Everyone, and welcome back to the Coins Alert channel. This is Rich, making another movie about XRP today, as always. Today, we're going to talk about XRP. I hope everyone is having a great day, no matter where they are in the world. I'm also going to talk about some other things that are happening. This is from Smoke. Now's the time to apply for crypto jobs at BNY Mellon in 2025. BNY Mellon, which is in charge of $50 trillion in assets, just posted a major job opening in its digital assets section. It's time for banks to act now. They are working hard to get blockchain and cryptocurrency to work with the banking system. A vice president is also being hired. Digital tools for product marketing in New York. There will be a lot of new jobs at banks now that they're working with digital assets. From now on, things are going to get really exciting. Remember when BNY Mellon and Ripple ran a secret proof of concept to look into blockchain-based settlements? A lot of these banks already work with Ripple, They know what can be done with RippleNet. They are aware of what XRP can do. Additionally, as these banks get more involved with Ripple over time, they will be making big news stories about it. Things are going to get really exciting soon. India's government is thinking about changing its rules on cryptocurrencies. India's government is thinking about changing how it regulates cryptocurrencies. This could change the rate of adoption in the country, which has been one of the leaders in crypto usage over the past few years. Bybit recently limited access to its platform in India, claiming changes in regulations, so it looks like they're putting a lot of effort into rules. India will also have rules about stablecoins. I'd like to see how Tether works in India, but their rules will be the same as everyone else's because there will be global rules for cryptocurrencies and stablecoins everywhere. I'd like to see that go further. Also, I meant to talk about this in a movie the other day. We're excited that the White House has created Task Force 250. We look forward to working with the president and vice president, the White House, federal agencies, and our partners across the United States to make sure that this event is the biggest and most inspiring celebration in our country's history. How about the fact that Rosie Rios said she was excited to work with the president and vice president? That is all you need to know. Rosie Rios knows that XRP will be very important in the US. That should be where the big news comes from for the rest of the year. There will be a decline in the US. Jim Rickards, many people think there will be a big crash in 2025. Jim Rickards also told us about Ice 9, in which BlackRock falls apart and they take it all apart. A few months ago, I used that video clip in a video. I've always thought of BlackRock as a front business for the rich. In this case, the elites would just show up and take back their wealth. But they think the stock market will crash. That's being talked about a lot right now, a decline in the US, and everyone is ready for the slump. They are also talking about boosts. I just heard someone talk about that earlier today. As I've always said, the next boost in the US will be paid for with smart money. They plan to do it again with COVID. I believe that digital money will be used to pay for the next crash or crisis. That's when the change will take place. Fights over money are back and trade fights are on the way. Rates are already being shown in real time. That's how the trade wars look. BRICS and the US dollar have been at odds with each other for more than 2 years now. The biggest war going on, though, is the war of technology. As crypto investors, that will have the most impact on us because they are putting new ideas forward while this war is going on. For me, 2025 will be a very important year. It could also be the year of the crash and the rise of the phoenix. This is from Blue Hawk Legend. The US money supply did something that hadn't been seen since the Great Depression. In the past, this has been a sign of a big move in stocks. They're talking about the amount of money getting smaller. In the last 150 years, this has only happened 4 times. Each time it was followed by a depression with jobless rates in the double digits. Trump talks a lot about 1,929. That year was the start of the Great Depression. Does he think a crash is going to happen? Will he do something to stop the crash? We're also expecting a huge bank collapse, so maybe the fact that banks are getting involved with crypto will stop this crash. Then the smaller banks will be absorbed by maybe 10 larger banks, leaving us with those 10. Will the crash happen in 2025, though? I think the housing market will really suffer a lot. That is what I think will happen, and I think people will buy cheap houses. But what would happen to that money if the stock market crashed? That sounds like a good idea for crypto. Would it? If the stock market crashed, would crypto prices go through the roof? Or would we follow the stock market? People have different thoughts on that. A lot of people who have been making charts for years say that if the stock market crashes, crypto will also crash big. Some people think that could be a change where the stock market falls and crypto prices rise. We've never seen anything like this before, so no one is sure what will happen. Crypto wasn't around during the 2008 crash, and I think a crash now would be like the 2008 crash, but 20 times worse. Elon Musk says that tax rules need to be completely rewritten, abusing people in the United States. It's likely that the IRS will go away now that these taxes are in place. I'd also love it if they got rid of the Federal Reserve, but I think we're already close to getting rid of the IRS. I also think they will get rid of the tax on coins made in the US first. When that happens, I think it will get a lot of attention. Also, that would really help creativity in the US. In the long run, that might be good for the US dollar. Many more jobs would be made in the US because crypto companies would move there and start making new coins. That can lead to a lot of big things. I'm also waiting to see what happens next. In a way, your house is a loan from the government, also from Elon Musk. There is no bigger scam than property tax. People pay off their house, so it should be theirs, but they have to pay property tax on it. Then if they don't pay their property taxes on time, they take away the house they bought. I believe that property taxes should be thrown out. In the US too, that would be very big. Also, that might make more people want to buy a house. Some people I know rent instead of own, because they don't. No bigger scam than property tax. People pay off their house, so it should be theirs, but they have to pay property tax on it. Then if they don't pay their property taxes on time, they take away the house they bought. I believe that property taxes should be thrown out. In the US too, that would be very big. Also, that might make more people want to buy a house. Some people I know rent instead of own because they don't want to pay property tax. I don't like property tax. I think we should end it. Really, do you believe that Sam Bankman-Fried should be tried again? We know that Sam was guilty, as well as everyone else involved in laundering money. But I'd like to know what you think about this. Write it in the space below for feedback. Today, there is a lot going on, so I wanted to talk about a lot of different things in this movie. Crash talk is everywhere. And everyone says this is going to be the big one. After that, we see the phoenix rise. Some people say the crash will last longer and won't really happen until 2026 or 2027. There's no real idea of what will happen next. There are also different signs that each person is looking at. The price of crypto just took a big drop, and a lot of people sold in a hurry. Those people will probably different signs that each person is looking at. The price of crypto just took a big drop, and a lot of people sold in a hurry. Those people will probably never buy crypto again. During that dip, a lot of people likely lost a lot of money. But I've always told you that if you hold on to XRP during these dips, it will go through the roof from here on out. When it does happen, it will come back very quickly. And there is no doubt that we will reach a new all-time high. Rosie Rios just told me that she wants to work with Trump and the vice president. That's also really big. It always tells you what to do. This plan was made with Ripple and the Trump administration in 2000, and that's also really big. It always tells you what to do. This plan was made with Ripple and the Trump administration in 2017, 18, and 19. After that, we had to deal with the SEC for 4 years, and Biden cracked down on crypto for 4 years. It's now 2025. The plan is now back on track. Right now, you don't want to sell. You don't want to do anything. You will get rich in the end if you can just wait out the dip. Until then, be patient and cheerful, and let's all get rich together. That being said, I'm going to end this film. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Good night.